back here on MABN.net. We apologize for technical difficulties as we are back here in the mix in Jackson, Missouri. We actually are at the Saxony LAC here in Jackson. Right now, 34-30 is your score. The bucket by Garrett McDowell of St. Pius X. You see there in the Navy, and he makes the free pass to bring it within one. A foul on Clayton Carver, his fourth. Alvin Washington now joined by my third quarter partner here at Saxony, Brad Palmer from WSIU in Carbondale. Brad, welcome back.
Hey, glad to be here. Thank you.
Senior night is in full effect. Right now, what was a comfortable Saxony lead has now become a ball game.
Yeah, Garrett McDowell is kind of asserting himself a little bit here at the start of the third quarter.
Well, as we mentioned at the outset of the break, Garrett McDowell is averaging just under 22 points. That's good for 8th in Metro St. Louis. And, boy, you don't want to do that against St. Pius. Here's a fake to drive and a score by Chad Otek. That lead has evaporated.
Lancers on a quick 8-3 spurt to start this second half.
It's 34-33 in favor of Saxony. On the left baseline, here comes three. Logan Sprandl, count it! Big shot!
Logan Sprandl doesn't shoot a lot of threes, Alvin, but when he does, he usually makes them. He's hitting almost 50% from behind the arc this season.
Sprandl makes it 37-33. And now it's McDowell again on the baseline for St. Pius X out of the Jefferson County Conference. They're in the Navy. Not literally in the Navy, but they're in the Navy.
Some of them maybe eventually, but not right now.
Baseline is Jordan Tucker, the leading assister on this club. How about 6.3 assists for Jordan Tucker of St. Pius X as Otek slides his way in for the score. What an assist by the aforementioned Mr. Tucker.
Yeah, he's in double figures now himself. He and McDowell making a good 1-2 combination here offensively.
Otek with 10, and now it is McDowell with 11. They'll go baseline now. Here comes three from Taylor Johnson. Nope. Rebound, however, it is Sprandl. He'll draw the foul on Wilson, I believe. And the official does confirm as such with 3:41 for the quarter.
Going to take their big guy, the 6'7" Seth Koch out, and go a little smaller here to match up with Saxony.
So Wilson indeed with the foul. That's his first. It's the team's second. And we're back to play with 3:38 for the quarter. It is a Saxony 37-35 lead. They did lead, I believe, by as many as 8 at one time.
In fact, they were up double figures. I believe it was 22-11 at one point in the second quarter before Pius made a little spurt. But Saxony extended it back out to 8 at the half, but now Pius again making a run here in the third quarter.
Pius has outscored them 12-6. Quickly a 30-second timeout. It is a 30-second timeout called by Dane Church. 37-35 is your score. 3:16 here for the third quarter. Again, we'd like to let you know tonight's game brought to you by Southeast Health. At Southeast Health, the difference is how you're treated. Also in part by Signature Packaging of Jackson. Let us put our signature on your packaging. Again, you see the score 37-35. 3:16 remains here for the third. Saxony, if I remember correctly, Brad, is going to the West County District. And they are defending district champions.
And they open up play on Saturday. It's an 8-team district, so they started on Saturday, and they will hook up with Woodland 3 o'clock Saturday afternoon. Saxony got the 3 seed in that district against the 6 seed Woodland.
That should be a good game.
Should be. They haven't played yet this season. It'll be their first look at each other.
Nick Johnson can't make the baseline shot. The hot potato rebound will come down immediately to Wilson. Here comes McDowell on the baseline around a screen and makes the shot from 10 out. Garrett McDowell starting to heat up. He's now up to 13 game-high points, and we're all tied at 37 on a 14-6 third-quarter run.
The Lancers are a team, they've beaten some good teams this year, and they've lost to some not-so-good teams. They've been up and down this year, but they're starting to make a move now.
Nick Johnson, looked like he got hacked there. McDowell with the rebound. Quickly down to Wilson, gets it behind. Otek! Yes! Uh-oh. I think the Lancers got their groove back.
The Crusaders have been known this year to give up some good-sized leads. They gave up a 20-point halftime lead at Chaffee back in December. So this is something that Coach Church has had to deal with at times this year. We'll see how they respond to this run.
You think adjusting to Coach Church as opposed to being under maybe Coach Sides the last couple of years has kind of adjusted things a little bit for the kids?
It's been an adjustment, I think. This is Coach Church's first head coaching job, so it's been a learning experience. You'll be the first to tell you he's learned a lot this year as a head coach, and these players have learned a lot from him. They've played better basketball here in recent weeks heading into district play next week, and this would be a big, big momentum builder for them heading into Saturday if they can get this one.
I'd say a respectable 10-14 record out to shoot is not bad for the youngest of the Church family.
And they play a really hard schedule. They play a lot of the bigger schools, the Cape Centrals, the Jacksons, the Notre Dames, and I think the seeding committee respected their schedule because, like you said, they're below 500, yet they are the 3 seed in their district ahead of a couple of teams who are above 500 this season.
You know, an amazing thing is now the third foul on Montana Kempfer of St. Pius X. The Lancers leading the home-standing Saxony Crusaders 39-37. We mentioned the Church family. Michael Church, the longtime assistant beside Drew Church at Cape Central, also longtime assistant at Eastern Illinois. A couple of NCAA tournament runs in his stead. He's in the house tonight. Whoa, great pass from Frick to Bonert.
Gabe with a dozen to lead the Crusaders tonight, and that's right at his per-game average. He is a threat on that baseline. He loves to run that baseline, and he is lethal down there.
All squared 39. Cheto check. Almost a 3-ball the other way. Rebound comes down to Sprandon with a minute 15 to go for this quarter. And quickly coming back are the Crusaders. Again, Alvin Washington alongside Brad Palmer here at the LAC in Jackson. This is the last time we'll be here at this facility for the year. Was looking at the baseball field out back. Grandstand seats now? Did I see that?
You bet. They've built a concession stand. They've got the whole works back there now. It's going to be a fun spring for the Crusaders. A young ball club, but they have a nice facility, certainly.
Steffens underneath. Here comes Bolden again with a baseline. Atta kid!
They may have to dedicate, when Gabe graduates next year, they may have to name that the Gabe Boner baseline. He has run that thing for the last 2 years, and he's really lethal down there.
And he scored the last 4 points to put Saxony back on top. 41-39, a half minute to go for this quarter. Now coming back around to the middle here. This is Tucker with 18 ticks. Otek on the drive, stopped at the right elbow. Left wing is Wilson. Back, they'll go right wing. Tucker looking at a 3 with 10 ticks. He'll start his drive into the baseline. No fear, but no shot either. And he'll stay with the St. Pius X Lancers with 5.1. Reinforcements coming from St. Pius. Alex Barnes, a 5'9 junior, coming in.
And they're bringing a young man, seeing his first action quickly to maybe try to get a quick shot.
Off the backside, and wow.
You don't see that too often.
The old Scottie Pippen trick.
Yeah. Do it off the backside of Bonert and tried to get a layup, but the Crusaders responded quickly enough.
From 3 to end the quarter, not there. And that will take care of the quarter. A nice charge by St. Pius to get back in this one, but Gabe Bonert, game high 14 points, puts Saxony back on top 41-39. Alvin Washington alongside Brad Palmer. We'll keep it here inside this Southeast Health timeout. Again, tonight's game brought to you by Southeast Health. The difference is how you're treated. Also in part by Signature Packaging. Let us put our signature on your packaging. And also in part by Auto Trim Design. Don't just drive and be seen. We'll be getting into the district playoffs ourselves either this week at Jackson for Class 5 District 1 or next week when Charleston, the number 1 rated team in the area, heads to Bloomfield in a very stacked Class 3 District 1, 9 teams strong, including, if I remember this right, 4 state-ranked teams.
Amazing. It's sad in a way that so many quality teams are in the same district. You're going to see 3 really good teams go home before they even get out of district, but that's just the way the geography works, I guess.
Charleston, Donovan, Kennett, and Carruthersville either are or were at one time ranked in Class 3 on the coach's state poll. That's a tough district.
Yeah, the winner of that one is going to be battle-tested heading to sectional round, no doubt about it.
Yeah, that battle and road tested because you got to go way out to West Plains for the sectional, then come back to Poplar Bluff for the quarterfinal. There's a 3 from the wing.
And Pius has made it all the way back. Now they grabbed the lead by a point here early in the fourth.
I believe that was Wilson with the three again?
That was Tucker. Jordan Tucker stroked that one through.
Tucker right now with 5 on that big three.
It was a high rainbow three that came down with nothing but net. See how the Crusaders respond here. They haven't been behind here much tonight.
42-41 is your score. 7:10 to go for regulation. Sprandl's got to stop the dribbling, and oh boy, there's a steal by the big man, Sit Cock. Driving to the lane, this man Wilson with a layup.
Nice little runner there. I think Crusaders were going to expect him to go all the way to the basket. He just pulled up a little runner from 3 and avoided the charge too, which was impressive.
First 5 straight by St. Pius X. A foul on the baseline, and would you believe there's only 1 foul on Saxony? This is the 5th foul now on St. Pius X.
Yeah, both teams were in the double bonus by halftime in the first half, but not quite as many fouls here in the second half, and that's critical. Unfortunately for Saxony, one of the guys who's in foul trouble is Clayton Carver with 3, their main 3-point threat. But again, 3 in the fourth quarter, not terrible foul trouble at this point, but he doesn't want to pick up a 4th here early in the fourth.
Speaking of 4, how about Chad Otek with 4 now for St. Pius X? 6:46 for the game. Bonnet, right baseline is Taylor Johnson. Underneath for Nick Johnson. Nick Johnson back out. It is Bonnet. Stripped away. The man who stripped it away is Wilson. Goes down to the cup. Scored that one. Last 4 in succession by Wilson. It's a 46-41 St. Pius lead. Now Steffens at the elbow to Bonnet. Yes.
Trent Steffens averages over 6 assists a game. He is their main ball handler, and when he's able to penetrate like that, he's very good at finding the open man. And you always know Gabe's going to be on that baseline, so you can always look down there for him.
46-43, the Lancers of St. Pius X by 3 this time. Again, it was a double-digit lead. Here comes 3 from McDowell. Got it! From way downtown by Clark and 8th.
What a second half McDowell has had. Now you see, if you hadn't seen him before this year, you see why he averages 22 a game now with his shooting ability.
He's got 16 right now here in this contest. A foul call. That's the 6th team foul. It is the 4th on Kempfer.
Normally that'd be good news, the fact that you're from here on out in the bonus if you're Saxony, but the Crusaders not a real good free throw shooting team. They only shoot about 60% as a team this year, which has hurt them in some close games. So we'll see how that plays out if they do get to the line here in the final 5.5 minutes.
1 4-fouler in, another 4-fouler out. Olchek replacing Kempfer, both of them with 4 fouls. So if you can get either one of them out, that reduces the side immediately. They'll go to the right wing. Here comes Sprandl for 3. Count it! Big 3 for Sprandl.
46% from behind the arc this year. Like I said, he doesn't shoot a ton of them, maybe a couple a game, but he may start shooting more as they head to districts.
McDowell almost. Rebound, however, to Otek. He keeps control. He the lane a little bit. Here comes Wilson for 3. No. Rebound, Bonert. That might be big there. Steffens driving through traffic. Kicks it out. Sprandl again, right wing 3. We're tied! Oh, baby! Time out! St. Pius X! Holy mackerel, we got a ball game here in Jackson.
What a couple of big shots there by Logan Sprandl, the junior. And, the momentum certainly shifted back to Saxony. The Crusaders rely heavily on that three-point shot. They like to drive and kick. Nick Johnson, their big, if you want to call him their big guy, he's 6'4". He missed about 8 games this year with a severe ankle injury. He's still not quite back into his form yet. So they like to shoot that ball from the outside. If it's going in, they are a very competitive team with about everybody. But if it's not, they tend to struggle offensively. To get Sprandl hot from the outside. Now, Carver's been out for quite a while. I know that he was barking at the referees a little bit earlier in the ballgame. I'm not sure if Coach Church is sitting him down just to keep him calm over there. But he's been out an extended period of time, and Logan Sprandl's picking up the three-point slack for him.
Sprandl right now with 9 off the bench. It's 49 all, 4:40 for the game. McDowell and now Cook for St. Pius X in the Navy from the Jefferson County Conference. Tucker with the basketball top of the key. Goes to the right wing for Otek. Chad Otek with 12. A 3 in the lane on Cook.
Wow, big call there. Now, all of a sudden, the Crusaders have a chance to take the lead back when it looked like Pius was about to take control of it.
tell you, strange things have happened here in Class 3 this year. And now the freshman Isaiah Hennessy for St. Pius X is out. This kid came off the bench, fired a 3 on his first shot, hit nothing but cord. They are projecting him to be a Metro All St. Louis kid in about a couple of years.
Well, you know a guy likes the ball when he comes out in neon green socks. I mean, that tells you right there he wants to be a player.
4:12 for the game. All square at 49 between Saxony in the white and St. Pius X in the navy. Here comes the left wing 3. Taylor Johnson, that's no good. Rebound to Cook, who got the perfect position on Nick Johnson, and back come the Lancers with halfway to go for this game, 3:55. Hennessy now back to Tucker on the right side. It is a drive to the cup, going down off the foot. Tucker with 3:50 to go.
That's a tough call. You had about 3 or 4 kids right together there to determine whose foot that went off of. I wouldn't want to be the referee in that case. Saxony got the benefit of the call there.
Clayton Carver now back in the game. So that cooling off did help him a bit. And I had not a better time to bring him back in, as we're still all square at 49. Here's the drive. Sprandl. Now it's Steffens for 3. Got it! Timeout!
That's Trent's 3rd tray of the night, Alvin. He stepped up big here as well. He's in double figures, so a good balanced scoring attack for the Crusaders. And they're on a little 9-0 spurt here thanks to the 3 trays.
52-49. Saxony leading St. Pius X. My thanks to Brad Palmer for joining us here on the program. As always
a pleasure.
Love the knowledge. Good luck to you and the boys up there in West County next week.
Good luck to you guys the rest of the way as well.
Let's bring back in E.J. Norman. (52-49) your score with 3:33 to go for the game. We got a good one here, as that last 3 by Trent Steffens gave him 11 points. He also has 6 assists. That's his average. As Saxony continuing to battle with St. Pius X, as E.J. Norman now joins us once again here. And E.J., man, I don't know what the heck St. Pius X got into in the 3rd quarter, but they made this a game in a hurry.
Oh, yeah, they started making shots. They started playing defense, and they put themselves right back into it. But now they're behind, and they got to start making those shots again.
I tell you, the neon green kid that is Isaiah Hennessy, the freshman, trying to make a little bit of an impact like he did earlier in the first half with a big 3-point shot. Here's a feed inside. Speaking of the neon green, here's Hennessy for 3, and it's good to tie it up.
Neon green kid, there you go.
52 all on that 3. Carver the other way. Right back at you. Right back at you, brother.
This is going to be a battle of 3-point shooters.
Carver makes it 55-52. 2:53 for the game. Are you having fun yet, everybody?
This is one way to end the season.
Here's a drive. This is Hennessy. Whoa, he definitely traveled that time. Big time travel.
Yeah, you can't afford to do that with only 2:44 left in the game.
One of those freshman mistakes, as we like to say in the business.
Yeah, hopefully you can learn that for next year.
Hennessy now guarding the senior Trent Steffens. Coming up on 2.5 for the game. 55-52 in favor of Saxony in the white. Leading St. Pius X, the Festus in the navy. Bonard at the top of the key goes inside for Sprandl. Boy, he has been red hot with 8 points this quarter.
Yeah, very good for him. That could be the difference in this game.
On the feed by Bonard, 57-52. This is an 8-point run right now for the Crusaders. Down to 2:10 on the baseline is Hennessy. Now McDowell with a game-high 16. That matches Bonard. Tucker looked at a 3, won't take it, and will drive again deep on the side. McDowell keeps control. Tough shot underneath, can't make it. Rebound to Taylor Johnson. If Saxony can make a bucket here, that puts big pressure on St. Pius X.
Total air ball. Went right over the rim.
And now a foul on the freshman Hennessy. That puts Saxony at the line for the 1-and-1. First on him, 7th on the team. Seth Cook back out. That'll put up Trent Steffens up for a 1-and-1. Steffens with 11 tonight and 6 assists. One here, gives him the and, big time. Steffens on his senior season, averaging 9.5 points a game. Back in good. No good.
No.
58-52 to kick out. Now here comes Otek. Otek's been big this half. Hennessy, baseline. Tucker looked at a three, will reload. It's a 6-point lead. It's Otek, and a foul on the floor with 1:35. 6-point lead for Saxony. They had an 11-point lead earlier in this game and let it go.
Yeah, who knew? These Lancers won't go away without a fight.
Gabe Bonner to pick up the foul, his first, the team's second this half, and they've got 4 more fouls to give in this sequence. McDowell, top of the key for 3. Bang! Timeout! Boy, I tell you, Garrett McDowell, I am very impressed with this young man.
I am too. He's got some great range, and hopefully he can use some of that with this last minute.
19 points for McDowell. It's a 58-55 contest. Again, tonight's game brought to you by Southeast Health. At Southeast Health, the difference is how you're treated. Also in part by Signature Packaging of Jackson. Let us put our signature on your packaging. At the end of this game, it is the Southeast Health post-game report, stats, facts, and figures, and all that jazz. And it has been a fun season on the video cast here all over Southeast Missouri. I mean, not only here at the LAC in Jackson, but also we've been to, of course, Tiger, the Cape Central Tigers. Drew Church is in the house today. His dad, Mike Church, who's been his assistant all 6 of the years that he's been at the helm, is in the house. We saw Coach Brake, James Brake, who just got back from Mizzou Arena. Austin Martin making the state wrestling finals there. Congratulations to all the wrestlers, not only from Cape Central, Jackson, a nice contingent, Sykeston, a nice contingent, Dexter, a good contingent as well, Poplar Bluff making their name known, and now a double team. Boner gets the ball with 1:23 to go. Timeout called. Ooh, that got a little dicey there.
Yeah, they almost lost it there, and they're only 3 away from tying it.
Again, we welcome you to the Saxony Lutheran Activity Center in Jackson, Missouri. The crusade for Columbia begins later. And, just the 3rd loss this year, but not a good one if you're a Mizzou Tiger fan. 78-68. Mizzou loses to unranked Kansas State in Big 12 play. That could put a chink in their resume for being a number 1 seed and potentially hosting in St. Louis.
That could be bad because you know they'd like to have the Edward Jones Dome filled with black and gold.
And that, by the way, is a season sweep by Kansas State. Both of them double-digit losses.
Lost the first one at the Octagon Doom and then lost this one at home.
Well, they've got.
I was about to say, yeah, they have to go to Fog Allen now and win.
They've got Kansas on Saturday. Kansas coming in at number 5. They need to win that one to stay alive for a number 1 seed. They are in the tournament. The jump ball here. No, we got a foul. We've got a foul. An unpopular decision. Now the official talking with coach of St. Pius X, Aaron Portell. He said the grab happened before the jump ball, so the foul is on Otek. That's his 4th. Taylor Johnson at the line. Front end, yeah. 59-55. As we take another look at the Signature Packaging national scoreboard. How about Mississippi State leading top-ranked Kentucky late first half by 13?
Wow.
Backhand Johnson is no good. The foul called. It's the 3rd team foul on Saxony. This foul, I believe, is on Taylor Johnson, and it is. 59-55 with 1:17 to go for the game. Here we go. Inbound comes. It is in the possession of Tucker. Now it's Wilson. The baseline now back to Tucker, and they'll get it into Otek. Otek, the hook shot is no good. Rebound, Boner. He gets fouled by McDowell. With 1:05 to go. That's the 9th team foul.
Time for St. Pius to start making some shots if Saxony can't keep scoring and keep pace with them.
59-55 is your score. That is the fourth foul on Garrett McDowell. Gabe Bonert at the line, averaging 12.2 a game. He's the leading scorer for Saxony. The one gives him the and. Bonert now up to a team high 17. The game high is 19 by McDowell. 60-55. Back in, Bonert. Yeah! 18 for the big fella. And he'll be back next year, too.
Yeah, they're happy to be able to see him in Saxony Lutheran blue and white next year.
Southeast Health final minute is here. McDowell driving the lane, off balance shot. Near three-point play with 56.7 left. It is Sprandl with the foul. Sprandl, that is his fourth. Garrett McDowell, the 6'2 junior, 2 points away from his season average of 21. He's got two big ones here in front of two. Yeah. Easy squeezy, lemon peasy. 61-56. How about Seton Hall knocking off 8th-ranked Georgetown? 73-55 in the Big East. The back end is good for McDowell. And we have time on the floor with 56.7 left. Saxony trying to hang on to the lead, 61-57 against St. Pius X. Let's see if we can find some more scores on the scoreboard. As we mentioned earlier tonight, boy, a big upset. Mizzou going down by 10 against Kansas State, 78-68. That's just their third loss this year. But you don't want a loss like that at this time of the year.
Especially to a team that already beat you earlier in the year.
Big Ten Conference, late second half. How about number 13 Michigan and Northwestern going at it in Chicago? All squared 49 under 2 minutes to go.
Going off an Ohio State one as well.
We'll get to that in a moment. Number 7 North Carolina leading crosstown North Carolina State 84-68. There's also late second half. As we mentioned, Mississippi State leading and rolling over number 1 Kentucky right now, 36-23. A final in the SEC, number 11 Florida dispatches Auburn 63-57. We mentioned the Mizzou score. They lose by 10 at home against Kansas State. Ohio State knocks off Illinois, the number 9 Buckeyes, 83-67. We mentioned Seton Hall knocks off number 8 Georgetown in the Big East, 73-55. Foul called on young Mr. Isaiah Hennessy out of the timeout at 54.7. Trent Steffens back to the line, this time for a double bonus of 2 shots. Steffens on the evening with 12 points and a game-best 6 assists. The room is quiet. Front of 2, good. 52-57. Games later tonight. It is New Mexico, number 21 in the country, taking on Colorado State. That's in the Mountain West Conference. Back in for Steffens, splash. 63-57. Inbound comes. Here comes Hennessy. Across the line now. It's Tucker for 3. Left wing. No. Rebound. It is McDowell. He is bumped on the baseline with 45.4. And it's a non-shooting foul. It is the 5th on the team. It'll be charged to Taylor Johnson. His 3rd. So one more foul to give by Saxony before they go in. Here comes 3 from Matt Wilson off the inbound. That's good! Timeout! We ain't done yet. 63-60.
Doesn't matter how many shots Saxony makes. St. Pius is right there behind him.
We should be close to almost no timeouts left for either of these clubs. I mean, they are flinging them up with abandon. 42 seconds left on the clock. Again, a very special thanks to all of the schools for allowing us to bring videocast coverage into your home this entire season. As for those of you just joining us, we are live at the Saxony Lutheran Activity Center in Jackson, Missouri. Some news from here in the Heartland on the college front. The Ohio Valley Conference will be picking up a 12th member starting next year as the Belmont Bruins of the Atlantic Sun, a 30-game winner last season, will be a part of the revamped OVC East Division in basketball.
Yeah, they're third in the nation in points per game. And they're up there in a lot of other categories as well.
They also become the second Nashville-based Division I schools to join the Ohio Valley Conference. Tennessee State currently enjoys that honor as the Music City representative. We're back to play here with 37 ticks. Trent Steffen in the backcourt. Timeout call. Good defense by Hennessy and Kempfer to make Steffens blow a timeout here. And they're going to make, it looks like they're going to make Saxony go the full length of the court again. Dane Church was screaming for a potential side, but to no avail, says Jerry DeMent, one of our officials in this game. 33.5 remaining. Nice contingency from the Saxony Crusaders folks checking us out tonight. 2 periods gone by on the Southeast Health NHL scoreboard. Chicago and Detroit locked in a 1-1 tie.
And Chicago coming off that 3 unanswered goal spurt against the Blues this last Sunday.
Boy, that is a huge loss in the Central Division and the Western Conference for what was league-leading St. Louis at one time.
Oh, yeah. 1-0, then Chicago just scores 3 unanswered.
You know, it's those road games that I think Ken Hitchcock is just a bit worried about, especially heading into the home stretch, because you're going to need those road wins, especially in the Western Conference. 5 count on Bonert.
Ooh. Coming
out of the timeout. That's not good. So a key turnover with a 63-60 lead. St. Pius X in the Navy. An opportunity to tie this game up on a long one, or at least an old-fashioned three-point play.
Saxony's definitely got to watch for that three-point play. That ties it up and puts them at real risk to lose this game.
Let's see if they're going to add some time here on the clock because of the possession that started out of bounds. They bring it back to 36 seconds even. Now we're ready to go. I tell you, this has been an interesting first season for Dane Church here at Saxony.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, now they're going to chop a couple of seconds off. All right, Jared DeMent and Ken West now talking things over. They just want to make sure they've got the right timing on the clock. Jared DeMent, I believe, said 34 seconds exactly. Let's see what the final placement of time is. The great thing about the latest mechanics for referees is that you always want to get the right call, especially when you're talking about timing issues in a game like this. And it is indeed.
This is definitely critical, especially being so close. Now Saxony had like a 30-point lead. It wouldn't matter as much.
34 ticks. St. Pius with the basketball down 63-60. And now the inbound. That's a 5-second on St. Pius. Boy, Saxony returns the favor here.
Yeah, interesting. I never seen back-to-back 5-second violations of a throw-in.
Hey, I tell you, strange things have happened indeed here in Class 3 this year. Of course, we saw Charleston's 21-game win streak go out the door against Cape Central last week. They're at Donovan tonight. Here we go. Inbound comes off of somebody. Isaiah Hennessy cannot save the ball with 32 ticks on the clock. They were trying the long version of that Scottie Pippen play.
Classic.
Boned it again on the inbound where some tough D. Inbound comes, who's got it? Jump ball. It'll stay with Saxony with 29 ticks. I'll tell you, we're getting a lot of action right here in front of us.
Yeah, I got my hands near my laptop thinking maybe a ball will come here. And I can swat it down just in time.
29.4 for this game. 63-60. And now the inbound. That's a 5-second call on Saxony.
3 5-second calls in 20, 30 seconds.
Well, actually, in the last 4 total possessions, 2 on Saxony. Can they turn the favor again? Here we go. DeMint gives the ball to Jordan Tucker. He inbounds it. It's McDowell for 3 to tie. No! Rebound, however, it's Tucker. Wilson the other way for the tie. That's no good. The hot potato to Tucker again. Tucker, no foul. It is a foul. It's on Steffens. That is his second. It's the last foul that Saxony can give up before the penalty. I mean, this has been arguably the wildest sequence of 18 seconds I have seen in basketball.
I'll say, this is definitely one of them.
Tucker inbounds. He's got McDowell. Tucker on the left wing, 15 ticks for regulation. Tucker at the top of the key, stopped by Boner. He gives it back to McDowell across the screen. Left wing for 3, off glass, not there. Rebound, it's Sprandl, and he's fouled with 5.3.
Well, you know, they had opportunities. They took plenty of three-point shots, and they missed all of them.
About 3 good open looks by both Matt Wilson and Jordan Tucker, none of them falling whatsoever. And Logan Sprandl, who draws the 3rd foul on Isaiah Hennessy, has the opportunity to close this game out with 2 free throws on the double bonus. Sprandl, who had a big 8-point burst at the start of this quarter, has 11 right now. Front of 2 for the 6'2 senior. Good night! 64-60 in favor of Saxony, who at one time had an 11-point lead. That evaporated. But now have maintained this 4-point lead. The back end, good night. 65-60, 5.3. 4, 3. Otek with the basketball, 2. Otek for 3 at the end. And the Saxony seniors go out with a tough but gritty 65-60 victory over the St. Pius X Lancers of Festus. Very entertaining game here on this Tuesday night before the districts.
Very entertaining last 30 seconds or so. Yeah, every possession really counted, whether it was Saxony, making their free throws or St. Pius, attempting threes.
Final once again from right here at the LAC in Jackson, 65 for Saxony, 60 for St. Pius X. Indeed, a Saxony Crusader winner. We'll take a break and come on back for the Southeast Health Postgame Report. Again, you're watching Southeast Missouri High School basketball on MABN.net, Mid-America Sports.
The results are in. There is a difference in attitude at Southeast Health. You'll find it in a friendly smile, in a pleasant voice, in a helping hand, and in a warm heart. But most importantly, you'll find it in your time of need, when you need it the most. There is a difference. Southeast Health. The difference is how you're treated.
We can all be energy savers. It's easy. Turn off lights. Use energy-saving light bulbs. And turn off electronics and appliances when not in use. Make a change and we can really fly. Learn more at energy.gov/kids.
When I have an asthma attack, I feel scared. Sometimes my parents have to take me to the hospital. I feel like a fish with no water.
You know how to react to their asthma attacks. Here's how to prevent them. Call 1-866-NO-ATTACKS. Visit www.noattacks.org or call your doctor. Because even one attack is one too.
Final score from here at the LAC in Jackson, Missouri. A great game for the Saxony Crusaders, 65-60 over the St. Pius X Lancers. This is the Southeast Health post-game report. Alvin Washington alongside E.J. Norman. And E.J., man, what a finish to this ball game. Some interesting turnovers, but in the end, Saxony made the shots when they needed to make them.
They did. Yeah, they made them in the first quarter, which was sloppy on both sides. And they cruised pretty much throughout the entire game, but once the second half started, there's no doubt that St. Pius was going to try to come back from this one.
There was a lead as big as 11 for Saxony, who ended the first quarter at 16-6. The 22-11 represented their biggest lead of the game at 11 points. St. Pius used a 16-10 run in the third quarter to chop the lead down. They even had a couple of three-point leads at one time, but way too much. Trent Steffens, Logan Sprandel, and even Gabe Bonert, a trifecta mention tonight for our Southeast Health player of the game. All three, at times during the second half, very critical to this win.
Yeah, had they not started scoring, then St. Pius could have easily made that kind of comeback that they were hoping for.
Again, if you're just joining us, 65-60, the Saxony Crusaders knock off the St. Pius X of Festus Lancers. Saxony now with their 11th win of the year to wrap up the regular season. They are 11-14. St. Pius X drops to 19-10. But I am very impressed, however, with Garrett McDowell. 21 points, right up just below his average. He lit up the scoreboard in the second half big time to get St. Pius back in this.
Yeah, he's really key into that comeback that they're attempting in the second half.
15 points from Matt Wilson, including a few threes. Chad Ocek right behind him with 12. Here's the big stat that should not go unnoticed. No assist tonight for Jordan Tucker. Actually, he got 2 assists. He normally averages about 6. 6.3. That's among the area leaders in St. Louis. So Saxony definitely held Tucker's ability to penetrate in check tonight.
Saxony definitely played defense. We saw it in the first quarter and throughout the game. And they really kept him down to a minimum.
We'll take a break and come on back and give you final totals in just a moment. Again, your final from right here at the LAC. Saxony 65, St. Pius X 60. Saxony wraps up the regular season at 11-14. You're watching the Southeast Health postgame report on MABN.net, Mid-America Sports.
The results are in. There is a difference in attitude at Southeast Health. You'll find it in a friendly smile, in a pleasant voice, in a helping hand, and in a warm heart. But most importantly, you'll find it in your time of need, when you need it the most. There is a difference. Southeast Health. The difference is how you're treated.
The magical thing about using energy wisely is that anyone can do it. Turn off lights. Use energy-saving light bulbs. And turn off computers and game systems when not in use. Make a change and we can really fly. Grab a grown-up and go online to energy.gov/kids. If you're looking for a new pet that your family will cherish every day, consider adopting from a shelter. Shelters are the best places to find a new pet. That's where you'll discover healthy, loyal, and loving animals, eager to become a part of your family. A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet, so bring home your new buddy today. To find out more, visit theshelterpetproject.org.
Any questions?
What kind of service plan does this come with?
Unlimited.
Can I keep my same phone number?
Absolutely.
How do I change the ringtone?
Just hook it up to your computer.
Does it have a camera? What's the warranty? Does it come in silver? Can I put my party shuffle on this? Does it have a 3.5 millimeter headset jack? You sell a lot of these?
It's the one I carry.
You ever get those phantom vibrations in your pocket?
Any questions?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Ask questions. For the 10 questions everyone should know, go to ahrq.gov.
The results are in. There is a difference in attitude at Southeast Health. You'll find it in a friendly smile, in a pleasant voice, in a helping hand, and in a warm heart. But most importantly, you'll find it in your time of need, when you need it the most. There is a difference. Southeast Health. The difference is how you're treated.
Coming home can be hard if you're a veteran of Iraq or Afghanistan. You may feel like you're all alone, but you're not alone. At IAVA.org, your fellow vets are all around you. Join our free online community, get the resources you need, and connect to other vets who know where you're coming from. IAVA.org. We've got your back.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
Do I look like someone who is at risk for heart disease? Well, guess what? I am. Heart disease took my dad's life, but it doesn't have to take mine. Because 80% of cardiac events in women may be prevented if we make the right choices. 80%. You may not know you're at risk, but one woman dies every minute from this largely preventable disease. Help bring a voice to this silent killer. Speak up to save lives at GoRedForWomen.org.
Back here on MABN.net, Mid-America Sports Final again from right here at the LAC. Saxony with a big 65-60 win over the Lancers of St. Pius X of Festus, Alvin, Washington. Back here on the Southeast Health Postgame Report with me now is the victorious head coach who's still sweating bullets as we speak. He is Dane Church, the first-year man of the Saxony Crusaders. Coach, welcome.
Thank you.
You had an 11-point lead in the first half, 22-11, and all of a sudden St. Pius just started chipping away at the lead, even took a couple of leads on you. How did you get the fellas readjusted to battle down the stretch and with the 5-point win?
Well, we just wanted. First of all, wanted to make sure their best player, McDonald, we didn't want him to hurt us too badly tonight, and we did a pretty good job on him. And then on the rest of the guys, we just wanted to make sure we were forcing them to drive it and be ready to step over and help. And I was pretty satisfied with our team defense tonight. Everybody stepped up and on the rebounds and on defense, and that's what we primarily were concerned with.
Key stretch in the fourth quarter. Logan Sprandl, 8 of his, now 13 points in that stretch, including a couple of big threes to put you on top.
Yeah, he hit some big threes, and we had a couple other guys step up, hit some big shots, and all of our guys hit big free throws tonight. I mean, just throughout the game. That really, you probably look at it as probably the difference in the game. We've been about an average to, just pretty much average free throw shooting team on the year, and tonight we had 5 or 6 guys step up and hit some big free throws, especially in the second half.
You mentioned the free throws. The team as a whole, 15 of 19 from the line. 3 of 4 by Trent Steffens, 4 straight by Gabe Bonert, 4 of 6 by Nick Johnson, Logan Sprandl with a couple down the stretch, Taylor Johnson with a couple down the stretch. You got contributions all over the roster this evening.
Right, and that's how we've been all year. It's been somebody different every game, and it's nice tonight, especially with senior night. Everybody contributed, and it was just a great team win. And I'm proud of our guys, and we've had it up and down year, but we needed this one tonight, and it's going to help us a lot. Hopefully carry in the districts and keep going.
Talking with Dane Church, the head coach of the Saxony Crusaders. His kids get it done 65-60 over St. Pius X. Now that you've been able to go through this first regular season at the high school ranks, do you start making some adjustments, not so much in the district round, but once the season is over, do you start kind of peeling things back and say, what did I do that was great? What can I do a little bit better to make this a better regular season record?
Yeah, I mean, every day we're trying to improve. Not only our team, but me and my assistant as well. And we look at those things every night, every practice, and especially after every game. And yeah, when the season's over, we'll look at everything as a whole and talk about what we did well. And I'm sure we'll change some things, and some things will stay the same. But we're always trying to get better every day, and we'll keep improving.
I noticed your brother Drew from the Cape Central program and his assistant was also both your dad, Michael Church, was in the house tonight. Does seeing them give you a little bit of extra confidence from time to time?
I figured my dad would be here, but I didn't see him during the game. I've learned a lot from over the years, and that's helped me. But them being here tonight, it's nice to see him after the game, but. Not so much during the game. I'm watching what's going on the floor.
That is Dane Church, the first-year head coach of the Saxony Crusaders, taking a 3 seed into their district title defense up at West County. Coach, thank you very much.
It.
Good luck up north.
Thank you.
Folks, one final thought, and we'll come back to wrap it up. 65-60 is the final. The Crusaders of Saxony knock off St. Pius X. This is MABN.net Mid-America Sports.
The results are in. There is a difference in attitude at Southeast Health. You'll find it in a friendly smile, in a pleasant voice, in a helping hand, and in a warm heart. But most importantly, you'll find it in your time of need, when you need it the most. There is a difference. Southeast Health. The difference is how you're treated.
Back here on MABN.net Mid-America Sports. Final once again, 65-60. Saxony knocks off St. Pius X of Festus, Alvin, Washington. Back here with EJ Norman as we wrap things up for our first videocast season here on MABN.net. And EJ, we started this videocast season over at the Cage in Charleston. A nice, easy win by the number 1 rated Charleston Blue Jays over Dexter. We've bobbed and weaved all throughout Southeast Missouri, visiting Tiger Arena here, the Jackson Event Center, also the Cage. We've been out to Chaffee. We've also been over to Rams Gymnasium, where a still area-ranked Scott City is getting some major momentum going into district play.
Yeah, they've had some good games. I think their best one, they ended up losing, was against that Charleston Blue Jays at the Christmas tournament.
Well, you have to go back to last week. Scott City knocks off Scott County Central for their first conference title in 7 years.
Oh, yeah, especially being a team like SEC that just sent off Otto Porter, a Georgetown star now.
And as everything kind of quiets down here at the LAC, going into district play, we mentioned at the top of the program, Cape Central, number 1 in the district that they defend, Class 5 District 1. Not going to be easy to defend because Jackson's definitely going to be gunning for them. Poplar Bluff, who's the 2 seed, is going to gun for them. And Central cannot look past Northwest, the 4 seed, who knocked off Seckman last night.
Yeah, Poplar Bluff, you can never – well, I can see why they call them the Mules, because they are stubborn.
Saxony, of course, the 3 seed in that district up in West County. They are the lone Southeast Missouri representative in Class 3 District 2. They're going to have a fight on their hands to get out of that particular area, because those mineral area teams are no slouch.
Oh, yeah, I mean, Farmington, just all those teams around there are very tough. You can never predict them.
Actually, Farmington's in Class 5. They do have to worry about St. Genevieve, who's been come on. St. Gen, who was here for opening night, and they knocked them off. They're going to want some major revenge.
Oh, yeah. They're definitely going to be gunning towards them the rest of the year.
Charleston, that tough district out there by Bloomfield, Class 3 District 1. 4 state-ranked teams in that district. Caruthersville, Kennett, Donovan, who they're playing tonight, as well as the Blue Jays. Somebody in that 4 is going to be well tested by the time next Saturday rolls around when the sectionals will come about.
Yeah, their next rounds might even be easier on them, not having to see any state-ranked teams if they were to beat them in the first round.
Oh, the Crusade for Columbia begins in earnest on Wednesday, and we'll try to have as many games as we can for you on the way to Mizzou Arena and the Hearn Center, which is a new spot this year for classes 3, 2, and 1. To kind of ease the overcrowding on Mizzou Arena. We'll give you more information at our website, mabn.net. Right now, let's take a look at the final totals for St. Pius X of Festus, who dropped to 19-10 on the year. They were led by Garrett McDowell with 21 points, 15 from Matt Wilson, 12 from Chad Otek, 6 from Isaiah Hennessy. Good-looking freshman there, as a matter of fact.
He's a big one. Be fun to watch this next 3 years.
Jordan Tucker with 5, 1 for Seth Cooks. For the Saxony Crusaders, win the regular season here at home at 11-14. They were led by 3 Southeast Health players of the game. Gabe Boner with 18, big down the stretch. Trent Steffens with some key shots in that fourth quarter. He had 14 along with 6 assists. 13 for Logan Sprandl, including 8 in a key stretch that kept Saxony on top for good. 6 for Taylor Johnson, 6 also for Clayton Carver, who got hampered with foul trouble, 2 for Brandon Fritchie. However, the Southeast Health difference tonight, 5 points. It is indeed a Saxony Crusader winner. The Crusaders knock off the Lancers of St. Pius X, 65-60. EJ has been great on video. Now we have to hide our faces now for the rest of the way.
I guess we're going to hibernation until baseball starts.
Well, I don't know. You just have to stay with mabn.net as we look to potentially bring you some coverage of the Crusade for Columbia District, maybe sectional, maybe quarterfinal. Hey, you never know. We might also wind up in Columbia, too.
Why not?
Stay right here. The executive producer of Southeast Missouri High School basketball on mabn.net. Our fearless leader, the sage, Eric Norman. Coordinating producer is Anthony Sinks. Our very special thanks to our big-time camera guy who's been with us all the way, Charlie Shane. Also, we want to shout out our tech director, Adam Pavelka. Get well soon, man. We want to see you in the stretch run. You've been rocking with us all year. We're praying for you, bro. Also, very special thanks again to Sam Sines and the great staff here at Saxony Lutheran High School. You have been watching a very special presentation of Mid-America Sports, copyright 2011 and 2012. For more, go online at mabn.net. Again, as we say goodbye, one last time, the final score, 65-60, a Saxony Crusader winner over St. Pius X. Until next time, when we see you out on the road, the Crusade for Columbia begins in earnest on Wednesday. We say goodnight from Jackson, Missouri, and take care, everybody.
Good night, Canada.
1, 2.